see you guys here. Have you had a good time at RetroGameCon? Did you get to meet the Baldur's Gate 3 lot? Some of you did, yeah? And what do you think? Just give me a noise. Have a good time? Yeah? Love it. Well, my name is WeeClairehere, or Claire. I'm your moderator today. I'm very excited to introduce this Baldur's Gate 3 panel. Guys, shout if you finished the game. Give us a shout, you're still working through it. I'm only at the Underdark, it's pathetic. Oh my god. I met these fish guys and now they work for me, so I'm like, yes, I am your god. I like feeling big, right? Okay. I'm the queen of the fish. Don't repeat that. Okay, we are going to introduce our wonderful guests, and what I want you to do is make a huge noise until they sit down. Can you do that? Okay, let's introduce guest number one. They're amazing. They are Carla and Samantha Béart. Devora Wilde is Lisa! Yes! She has arrived. Okay, next up, the awesome is Aliona Baranova! You guys, wow. I think you know who's going to come out next. Now we've got Aliona here, right? It's Shadowheart, Jennifer Okay, the next. Are you ready? Next up, you guys, huge round of applause. Good friend of mine is Maggie Robertson. Don't worry, Samantha's going to get company and just so lonely. Oh, don't you worry, we're going to get some company in a second. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. Who could it be, you guys? I don't know, maybe we just start now? Okay, wonderful friend of mine, talented actor, I love him to bits. It's the wonderful Skyrim himself, Neil Newbon! You've changed. What's going on here? Oh, okay, we'll just leave you there. Guys, round of applause for the baby hands, please. Can we have little baby claps for the baby hands? I love you guys. Maggie, there's another mic on that. There's your mic there. Can you do it?
Tiny house.
So cute. Okay, hold on. So weak. Press the button.
Hello.
This is the panel, you was 45 minutes of baby hand content for you guys.
I don't understand this. There's something about my hands.
No, they're beautiful, they're wonderful, very in proportion.
Maggie, I've thought of an appropriate song. Oh, hands up, baby. It's to be my microphone holder. I'd be honest.
It's so creepy.
It's so creepy.
It's so weird.
I thought we finally found
Everyone
something.
bring baby hands to Neil Newbon's table, please. And riot.
Nothing creeps Neil out. We finally found your kryptonite.
Yeah.
It's baby hands. So just so you guys know if you're going to this table, baby hands. Guys, like let's just talk about how freaking much you've travelled all over the world for Baldur's Gate 3. And
You're on tour, darling.
yes, you've been on tour. It's been crazy. And back in March at Game On Exposed, back in Phoenix, you said, Jennifer, you're like, America's crazy. All the cars have got chubby bottoms.
They do. I stand by that. Stand by that.
So tell me, you guys, some of you been to America more than others. What have you loved about America? What can you
Ranch. She's done a bit. She's
Not
on
a bit, guys. It's fine.
Dev's not talking for the rest of the band. What about you guys, like Jen and Aliona, apart from chubby bottoms?
What do we love? Mainly Maggie.
You can't see this, but they're holding baby hands here.
I'm being stroked by a tender little baby. Do you know what? Like the fans of this game, I'm going to be earnest now. The fans of this game in the States are next level. You're all wonderful. And
Aliona, what about you? Agree? Chubby bottoms and baby hands? Disney time? We're good. Okay.
We're starting early. It's barely 1 o'clock.
Yes.
Like you said.
That wasn't a mic.
this is a boring question. Why in hotels, or in general, are the sheets the way they are? It's bizarre. Like, what the hell? Why is it?
Describe the sheets.
It's sheet, then duvet, then sheet, but not inside. It's not tucked in. So then you explain, and then you've got dirty quilts again. Capitalism. Do you wash the duvet in the middle? Okay, they wash the
This
duvet in the
keeps
middle.
not work, is it?
It's bizarre.
Nobody did. Is it on?
Are you somebody caressing the mic again? Okay, Neil.
You're doing it without your hands now?
Sam, what about you?
Hello, darling.
Tell us America. What was it like with these wonderful people?
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of conference halls. I do try and arrive early so I can actually see where I am. No, your hospitality is something that's been consistent across the States, really. I'm kind of blown away by how kind you are, and just love hearing your stories and how you've played the game and what it's meant to you and all the good stuff, really.
Lovely, guys. Many times before.
Yeah, I lived here for a long time.
But traveling here with this game.
Again, it's just, I really like, America does enthusiasm better than probably anybody on the planet. It's appreciated because, life's fucking hard, man. So it's great to see unabashed optimism and positivity for a community that is so diverse as well. And you all meet each other, friends. We've all had people say we've met each other through the game, or character, or they end up married, or that kind of stuff. Yeah, seriously, like engaged and stuff, because they met through a community that meant so much to them. So that's like the best thing I think that all of us experience. Like Sam said as well, it's great to see that. It's really cool.
Well done, that's what oh my god, is this you? Oh my god, the baby hand.
I'd like to add something else. I like melatonin. melatonin.
We love melatonin. We can't get it in the UK. It's not even illegal. We just can't. We're not allowed it or something.
Is this mic on? The baby has mic?
Isn't it? Drugs are great. Legal drugs are great. Shit.
Do you know what, you guys? I knew this panel was going to be utter chaos. These guys say, so, do you know what? We're going to hand it straight over to the fans because we want to hear from you guys. So if we could get somebody to put the mic in the middle of the floor. Thank you so much. Give a round of applause.
That's right, darling. We're just getting you there.
And if you can queue up politely, if you have a question for these lovely people, please mind your fellow fans. Yes, no, we cannot get through the whole line. It's going to be impossible, but we will try our best. Okay. Okay, are you ready for the first question? Okay, everybody. Hello, my dear. Please say loud and clear, what is your name and who is your question for, please? What's your question?
Hi, my name is Halima. Hi, Halima.
Speak up a little bit, please.
Okay. Yep, my name is Halima. So my question is for the whole crew. So I do a little bit of local theater, and me and my bestie have done some, fun shows, and we come up with little backstage jokes and inside jokes based on the lines and things that happen. So I was kind of wondering if you guys had something like that, like lines or things that's happened during productions that spur up some inside jokes.
I think the challenge with that is that we didn't actually work together. So I think it's more that we've engaged in memes with you. I think that's the inside jokes. You've got ranch, for instance. You don't regret that.
Joke is that we're a throuple, but that's not true. Categorically not.
And nobody's allowed to have fun around Maggie Robertson, so it's kind of a downer, do you know what I mean?
She always thinks very rod of iron.
to work. It's not
Exactly.
Thank you very much for your question. Thank you. Round of applause, please. Hello, my dear. Loud and clear, because it's quite hard to hear. What's your name and question?
My name is Ivy. My question is for all of you. I'd like to know if you have any, it would just be one, I guess, what your favorite or personal headcanon might be for either your own character or somebody else's character.
I didn't hear the beginning of that question.
Please repeat the question again for us. Okay? Okay, no, you're good. I'm sorry.
What's your favourite headcanon for your character or somebody else?
Corinna and Shadowheart.
Corinna Hall!
Yeah, this is a nice bit in the epilogue where she talks about was it possessive? No. The squirrel. She's just protective. You give her the shoulder to perch on, and the writer wrote that because of us being together in the game. Like, next in the game, so that's my favorite.
Anyone else want to answer? You go it? Yeah, Maggie?
I think Oren eats squirrels.
I think we'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
That's the button. That's the button. Thank you so much for your question.
Tasty, tasty snack.
Come on up, friends. I'm sorry, you're going to have to crouch down. What is your name and question?
Hi, my name is Shane. This is a question for all of you except, unfortunately, Maggie.
Rude? Very rude.
It's because the question is, what was the biggest challenge that you had in adapting the changes that came about from early access and the feedback that came from that?
Then I'm excluded. No, I'm excluded as well. I wasn't in early access, so me and Maggie are
Oh,
excluded.
yeah, you're right.
So, that was the biggest change. Is that good?
The floor is yours.
You are permitted to talk. You may talk.
So, interestingly enough, like there weren't really big changes from our point of view because it was development of the character. So all of us started off getting to know our characters, and then it developed into the full story, so we got to know them better. In terms of feedback, Larian were quite clear that they took feedback, but they're not all the feedback. It wasn't like everybody dictated how the game should be. It was more like, okay, people like this aspect that we're trying, we're going to stick with it kind of thing. So I think from performance side, definitely from director's side, I'm not sure about director's side, Aliona can talk about that. But from performance side, it was really just us getting to know our characters better, and the addition of some very cool people that came along with us as well. Yeah. I'm talking about Theo.
He's just in there. Yes.
Thank you. You want to add anything?
The direct feedback was work harder and faster and get this thing done.
Thank you very much for your question. Thank you. Let's get someone else up. Hey. What's your name, my love? What's your question?
My name's Marla, and I'm going to be 60 next year. And BG, fucking game I've ever played in my life. I love you guys. My question is, I read something from Gail, who's my husband.
Gail, I roll.
I know, and he's not here.
Fucking wizard.
Oh, you love him, Astarian.
I love Tim. Tim, I love. Gail.
He said that he showed up one morning at the studio and they just gave him a cup of coffee and said, okay, you're going to do romance lines. And he was shocked. He wasn't aware. Were you guys aware? And was it difficult to do romance lines? Because there's a lot of them.
As a director, can I just say, that means Tim didn't read the email.
They did to me, and I went, fuck off, give me some notice. Thank you.
But, you know, again, not in Tim's defence. What's the opposite of Tim's defence?
Offence.
Offence to Tim.
Yes, do it. He's not here.
We got the lines in advance, man. So if you didn't read it, that's him,
No,
dude.
but you don't always get, like,
No, you're not
what
talking about
is
you.
in the session. You don't always know what's in the session.
That's true, that is true.
They call it priors, right? So it's whatever was highest priority, and sometimes that was romance. So they're supposed to give us notice.
So sometimes, yeah, like Sam said, you can shift around, but you get like about 1,000 or so lines in advance.
You just get about 1,000 lines out of order on an Excel spreadsheet. I think that's an unreasonable question to get you to read the whole thing, right?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Love that. Come up, my dear. Loud and clear, what's your name and question?
My name is Anne, and I'm going
Oh, with this microphone.
to... You guys were my 50th birthday present to myself.
Oh, you look
Flashy 50s, darling. Flashy 50s.
My question is basically for anyone who wants to answer, but I'm sorry, I love Neil so much, I hope you answer this. Now, I don't know who's seen the video of, again, Tim, doing his calibration dance, and I was wondering if you guys had any kind of personal touches that you gave to your volume calibration dance.
You can't do personal touches to the calibration.
That's the opposite of what they
Yeah,
want.
it's the opposite of that.
Do it.
Double shot hand.
Not Neil, but mine went a little something like this.
Oh, you mean
that?
at the end?
It's the cleansing the space dance. That's what that was. Yeah. Oh yes, we do them.
We do. No,
We do them.
no,
We're not doing it. You didn't show it.
No.
Oh.
Mine's too provocative, darling. I can't do it.
There's hundreds.
There may be a riot.
There'll be hundreds of hours of it on a.
There's definitely BTS somewhere.
Thank you very much.
Quickly, there was an addendum to that. There was an addendum.
And the reason why calibration dance was like that, because on the screen it comes up as a load of squiggly, really beautiful lines, and it looks like you're creating an abstract painting.
It's true. It's true.
Thank you so much. Round of applause for that question. And the dance. Hello. I know you. This is a fellow player. Hello.
Hi, Claire.
Hi there. Thank you. What's your question?
Hi. So, my question for you would be, anybody can take this. So these characters and the characters that you portray certainly have developed a lot of passionate feelings within fans. So I was wondering how it feels and how you process being the recipients, or your characters, portraying characters, that are the recipients of romantic and sexual desire. And then the flip side of that is how sometimes that desire can migrate over into attraction towards you as yourself and person.
Who wants to answer that? Everyone's just looking down. Neil, do you want to answer?
Apparently.
We got no choice.
As the squirrel, I mean,
Big with furries. Very big with furries.
Guys, anyone get any attraction to the squirrel?
Oh, I'm sure they did, Claire. Come on.
I think.
Guys, the Druids for the win!
So I'm going to talk as myself, but I'm pretty sure that hopefully what I say is probably concurrent with most of the group, if not all the group. I think it's very interesting, very flattering that people gravitate and connect to your character. It's great that they have a romantic connection with each character they feel resonates with them, because that's the point of the story. I think the sex is handled incredibly in a very mature, grown-up way. I think relationships are as well. When it comes to personal stuff, I mean, I don't actively go out and hear whether or not people are attracted to me, because quite frankly, I don't really want to know that. Only because it's not my business, but also I have a boundary, with people. That it's like, my private life is private, and my public-facing job is public. And if you're attracted to my character, you romance, you fuck the hell out of them, that's great. Because you can do that, and that's part of the story, and zero judgments, because it's your story. My boundary is very clear, this is me, so, I'm not looking to meet people. This is not like, swipe right at a table, do you know what I mean? It's very clear, great, you love my character, you have a romantic relationship with them, brilliant, that's amazing that you have that connection. I personally just go, no thanks, great, well, thank you. Because I think it's important that we have those boundaries, isn't it?
This is why I don't have a Discord.
Do you guys want to add anything? We're just having a baby hands loving.
yeah, Maggie's being really normal. No, I think we're really lucky in that, I mean, I can't speak to you guys, but for Shadowheart, the little sharty baby, everyone's quite respectful and wholesome, or I'm just completely oblivious to the what's the fan fiction site? Yeah, obviously I will not go anywhere near that because that's your thing, guys. You do you. But generally, I did expect there to be a lot more tentacle porn, and they just.
That's on a different site, Jane. It's on a different site.
Oh, it's on a different. Okay, but generally, I've been very lucky with you're all incredibly wholesome towards me, and I'm very grateful towards that. Thank you.
Although I'm aware of the $22,000 sex doll of a star in. That's
You know what shares in that?
I've been made aware of this. I have some thoughts. But, you do you, man, so...
It's a story, that's what
Sorry, it's on me.
Why is it so expensive?
What? 22 grand! 22 fucking grand!
Did you put a bid on something for on a starring way?
Well, I hope that plays music or something. There's a lot of money, you know what
Thank you very much. Thank you. Can we have a round of applause actually for Claire there, because she got me a lovely birthday gift yesterday. Very thoughtful. Sorry, one second. Sorry, we were having a moment. What's your name, my friend, and what's your question?
Yep, there we go. My name is Mariah, also Leo girl. Yeah. My question's for Aliona. So, don't you hide behind those baby hands, I see you. So I want to give you your flowers for being a performance director, doing mocap, doing so much to give us an amazing experience through this game we love so much. My question is, as an actor yourself, how do you balance having to get a game out on time, because obviously there's a deadline, and also making actors that you're directing not feel rushed at the same time?
Good question. First of all, I'd like to say there was a team of us with the performance directors and voice directors, so I'm not the only one, but thank you. I'll pass on the flowers to the rest of them. As soon as, when you're a director, it's like ducks. On the surface, I'm calm,
Excuse me?
collected. Underneath, ducks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Underneath, my feet are like paddling and I'm panicking. The two directors would convene before a session, be like, oh shit, okay, so Larry needs us to record all of this today, that's quite a lot, but we want to make sure that the actor doesn't feel rushed, we want to get great material, so, okay, let's huddle, let's come up with a plan, and then as soon as we're in the room, hi, yes, we've got all the time in the world, take your time, oh Neil, yeah, you've got
Oh, great, that sounds okay, fantastic.
Mind if I improv?
And also, the directors, had notes on all the actors, on the main cast, that we passed along between each other, which were like aids on how to work.
super fast.
It's called a shit
Aids
list.
on how to work with everyone. So it was like, Dev is very competitive. So if you want her to record as many lines as possible, just tell her Tim recorded faster the other day. Jen needs focus breaks regularly. Neil, as in ADHD focus breaks. Neil likes to riff off at the end of his line, so just press stop recording and let him do it.
But don't tell him.
It was a lot of teamwork.
I saw the Excel document.
I was going to say, you would have seen the notes,
Yeah.
surely.
Yeah. I was like, I'll just have a look. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it was fun though.
Thank you.
Oh, just a caveat, we could not have done our job as well with such safety, support and guidance without the directors. And Aliona was amazing, as well as the rest of the directors.
Thank you for the thoughtful question. Thank you. Hello, friends. Straight into the mic. Name a question, please.
Brandon, and this is for the entire game. So this might be premature for me to ask since my niece Nora is only like a year and a half old now. So I was just
Not too young to play the game, man. Just a smidge.
You should have hold the controller.
I know, but down the line, if I ever wanted to get her into playing D&D, what would be your best advice for me to do so for a novice like myself?
BG3 is a great gateway drug.
I know, but I'm just saying, Dungeons and
Dungeons
Dragons.
and Dragons is a bit more modular for a child to play.
No, you can do it because they're fey creatures, right? Do a fey adventure. Fey adventures for kids to introduce them to D&D is brilliant. So do a fey adventure, obviously scale back the massacring, and people don't bleed, maybe they just get like, they fall over, or they get tired, they get sleepy when you hit them over the head. Do you know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? Just test the waters on that one. Yeah, do a thing.
Sorry, we're having another baby has lovin'.
I just did a game of D&D where I played as a dog. We all played as dogs. And our biggest hurdles were how to open the door. There's a robo-vacuum attacking us. So it's entirely possible to make it doable for children.
Thank you.
Repeat on everything. It was amazing.
I love your skirt. You look amazing.
Thank you.
What's your name and question?
My name's Sam. This is a question for anybody that wants to answer. And my question is, basically all of the origin characters have very drastically different ways that they can go, and a lot of growth, even just with the different endings. Are you evil? Are you good? So I was just wondering, was it challenging to kind of portray that full range of like potential for your character to go, if they can be redeemed, or there's this version of them where they're a hot mess and a disaster, I hope you don't ever meet them. I was just wondering how that process was for kind of portraying all the different potentials and aspects of your characters.
Who wants to answer that one?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So obviously Shadowheart has two really distinct parts, and most of the time we would do it as like we do the whole scene as one and then the other, but sometimes you couldn't do that. And so we would sometimes swap from one to the other, and everything was different about her, like her voice, her entire personality, her backstory. So it was quite tricky, but luckily I had a very hot and also brilliant performance director.
I never directed you. I never directed you.
Yeah, and he was called Gabriel. No, I'm joking. No,
Gabriel was amazing though. Gabriel was amazing.
But Aliona and I kind of really worked on the physicality, and so kind of, not in that way. Jesus, Deborah! So we had like a kind of physical shortcut, but also by the end of the game, pack it in. By the end of the game, we'd been working on it for like 5 years, 4.5 years. And so, you know, we did know those backstories. This is so distracting, I'm sorry. Absolute, it's all Claire's fault.
Yeah, no,
you brought the tiny hands.
No, origin story of the baby hands. Maggie and I were having a phone conversation and she went, we should buy baby hands. And I was like, I'm doing it, and here we are today with the baby hands. So it's Maggie's fault. I'm sorry you guys.
Oren is chaos and I'm chaos, and I feel that I'm just doing my part here. To be fair, Maggie didn't actually have a script. I just let her go. If I may answer the question too, I was on it for 4.5 years. It's a gift for an actor to play every single possibility of every conversation you can have. It reminded me of sort of theatre rehearsals. Maybe if it's a new play and you're working on it and finding out who that person is, and through the pipeline, you'll get that feedback anyway. That one, we're not going to pursue that line anymore. It's not quite working for your character, but this one's great. Here's a new one, you know. And through our team, our wonderful team, we were guided through. There will always be someone in the room who knows exactly where that's going. That's not on us. But what a great exercise to go. And now you're the opposite of what you've done. This is the alternative version. It was just fun. There was a theatre director I worked with who, just to keep quite a hard play fresh, would just shout out a scene number and go, and it was the most energetic thing ever, because you're going, where are we? You're trying to reconfigure the setup. You're not going in order, you're not phoning it in, and that's kind of course we never phoned it in, but being out of order and being out of character sometimes, I think, is also what kept it fresh.
Thank you, Sam. Thanks, Jen. Thank you. This is our to bring it down. So this will be our last question, and I'm going to have to ask everyone else to sit down and don't look at me in the eyes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Claire, go out round the back.
This is our last question, but before you start, my dear, I'm going to say this. If you didn't get a chance to ask anything, you can come to the table, right? Like, yeah, so please come and see these
and
guys.
ask us anything.
Yes. And all of hands will be proportionately sized. Okay, my dear, what's your name and what's your question?
My name is Aspen, and first of all, I just want to thank all of you guys from the bottom of my heart, and probably from the rest of us, for giving us a game that we're able to not have to deal with the real world and all the crazy stuff going on in it. So really, thank you. But now for my question. So, Neil, I know you play the game because I watch you on Twitch. I don't know about the rest of you, I'm so sorry. If you do play the game, despite who you voice, who would you romance?
Myself. That's amazing. I'm romancing Laser as well. and then in my judge playthrough, I'm romancing myself. And it's really tricky because you then have to go, I can't fully commit to the judge because then I'd have to murder Shadowheart. So that has dictated how I play the game quite considerably, and it's sad. But I think I would like to romance Karlak next. I'm just going to give you full eye contact while I say that. I'd like to romance you, Sam.
Let's do it.
And if it was an option to romance Orin, I would try and fix her. I would try and... You can't fix her, can you? Irreparable.
We call it astrobation. I was going to say caveat to what you said. It's also a huge testament to Larian and the writers. Because they made the game. We got to...
Yes,
the game,
when we stand in silence, remember?
Well, I heard a nice term recently. the game is the star, and we're lucky enough to start in the game. Do you know what I mean? It's like the game is amazing, and we are all thrilled to be a part of it, and to have our characters connect to all of you so much. And Lauren have done an amazing job with this game, and we have worked our socks off to try and honour our characters, and that's really special what you said, so thank you very much.
Who was Sam Romance? Who was Sam Romance?
Yeah, so I played as Karlak because it's hilarious. Karlak will have whoever wants her. She's touch starved. It's Laura. Everyone is gorgeous and Pan. You fantastic. Let's go. I remember creating the dream character, and it was like hot. Let's go. I didn't spend more than 2 minutes on it. I'm doing a dirge run privately. Female drow bard because why not? I'm manipulating the shit out of everyone here. By the way. You're very easy to manipulate, and when you're no longer useful, I shall discard you all. So, yes, in the hopes that Minthara will notice me.
Thank you for that question. A round of applause for the fan questions. These guys will still be here till the end of the day, so make sure you queue up and go see them. Have you had a good time at RetroGameCon, you guys? Yeah.